Yeah, in a way it is. We worked really hard all night to try and win the game, and we couldn't win it. But the effort was there for 4 quarters, no doubt about that.
You've come from 3 goals down or 17 points down, you've gotten to 2 goals up last quarter. What do you think happened from that game?
I don't know. The reverse of what happened in that other period that you just talked about. We went from 3 goals down to get up. The game was a bit like that. It was pretty tight. It was just teams grabbing their opportunities for different little periods where you seem to go for long periods without scoring, then bang, bit of a score for either side. So, over 4 quarters they got their nose in front.
Was there any inexperience or sort of lack of composure? Did that play a part?
Yeah, well, we've still got that in our squad. There's no doubt about that. We haven't just answered our experience and youth issue in 3 months. That's going to take another year or 2. So yes, we still have areas to work on and get a lot better at. But they're areas that I'm still really confident that we will be able to work at and get better at.
Is it a marked the difference between the sides in terms of physical development, that they can sort of produce 17 contested possessions in the last quarter and manage to get the ball up there?
Yeah, there's no doubt that's an advantage for them, for the way they build their squad and things like that, especially around the ball. Their experience and strength and size. It's certainly a great experience for some of our young midfielders to be up against that, and I thought they handled it pretty well all night, and great learning curve for them.
Terrific effort from Critters as well, in closer and stopping.
Yeah, Critter was just a lot. Yeah. Last week he wasn't quite himself. This week he was back to his best.
Jack Darling seemed to have a pretty big impact in the first quarter. What did you make of his efforts?
Well, he's developing along, really, really well as a 3-game player. We're happy with the way he's going. So it's exciting times again with him being part of the squad as we push forward.
He really seemed to take the game on, I suppose, in the midfield as opposed to his roll up forward. Were you happy to see that?
He played as a forward all night, but he was up the ground at times. I think I said in the pre-season, people asked where's his best position. He's going to be able to have an impact in many positions on the ground.
You went with 3 and 4 tall forwards at times, John, and seemed to work for you with Lynch, getting on mismatches and kicking for first half goals. Was that a specific plan for Sydney, or is it something you think you'll do a fair bit?
Are you counting Darling as a tall? Yeah, well, that's the bonus with him. Yeah, he. It depends how you want to call him. He's pretty quick and versatile. So we'd probably see Jack as an in-between player for us, but he can mark as a tall and stretch opposition teams for sure. That's ongoing work. We'll keep looking at that. We're confident that in different games, Kennedy last week, Lynch this week, and we're still confident that Natanui and Cox are going to impact even more once, if they get a free run at the footy, they're going to be able to take some good marks.
How encouraging is Lynch's game for you?
Lynchy always plays a role for the team. Through the pre-season, he basically played as a ruckman the whole time. Round 1 he played as a ruckman. The last couple of weeks he's played as a forward, and he's helped us get over the line.
John, would you think it's one of Natanui's better games for the club? Swinging him into the ruck in that third quarter seemed to really give you a lot of momentum, and it seemed, I think it was Foxball said something like 9 or 10 of the goals you scored occurred while he was in the ruck.
I don't know if he's played some pretty good games for the club. So again, as a young developing ruckman, we're pretty pleased with how he's progressing and what he gives us. So he and Cox, as I've said several times, they're different types of players, and in any given instance, to be able to say one of them we want to play more on ball as the ruckman, it gives us a good mix-up.
Did they give you enough of an advantage tonight, John, against the single ruckman?
Yeah, I thought they did very well. Yeah.
Was it more at ground level that you didn't?
I'm not sure. Coxie kicked a couple of goals. Nick, as we just said, had a big impact on the game.
More with your small midfielders and what?
I thought our rucks have been going really well. Yeah.
Adam Good seemed to be the one that sparked the Swans back. If you had your time again, would you do anything different, or what would you do different?
It's a tough one with Goodsy. Probably wish he hadn't won 2 Brownlows. Maybe that if I had my time again.
How did you think you seen Selwood midfield, Brown predominantly when he went forward? How do you think they?
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job. But he's a champion, and when it counted, he turned on a couple of great efforts.
They were able to get you a bit at the end with Everett too. That sort of that one even. John Longmire seemed a little bit surprised by how well he did before. That one catch you on the hop a bit, didn't it?
Not really catch us on the hop. I still think we could have defended better, but that's great effort by Everett, to stand up and do what he did.
3 games as a sub now for Gaff. Do you look at continuing him in that role, or do you give him a different role?
The easy view is to say he's played 3 games as a sub, but he played 80 minutes in the first game and ran 15 kilometres, so it's like playing a full game. So he's played really 2 games where he's had less ground time. So for a first-year player for where he's had, that's not really an issue for us at the moment.
Would you consider him playing in the same role next week?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Are you starting to get sick of seeing the close games between those 2 sides?
Not so much us and Sydney, but rounds 1, 2 and 3. Yeah. All been pretty tight.
Yeah.
One day we're going to win one by a fair bit.
It's a good experience for a young team.
Yeah, it's look, the first 2 rounds we were wrapped, they gutsed it out. We know in round 1 they were on the back foot in the last quarter with a player down, and they really gutsed it out. And last week they really fought hard to win the game, and tonight they fought hard to get the lead and then coughed it up in the last 10 minutes of the game. So put it down for one that got away and one that we've got to learn from, and all credit to Sydney, they won the game and we weren't good enough. So we'll try harder and keep working hard on our improvement.
It's really encouraging signs, though. Like, you've got a good spread of goal kickers in the absence of LeCras, and you're probably averaging about the same amount now without him as what you were last year with him. Yeah,
it's amazing that in the Eagles' 25 years history they've managed to find some goal kickers without LeCras.
Amazing, yes.
And it will continue to happen. Yeah, for the next 25 years we'll find goal kickers. It's that's never changed in the game.
But it is good. You seem to have more of a spread this year, more share of the load in terms of goal kickers now.
Well, I think we're playing a bit better as a team. We've developed a bit, so a lot of those things link in together.
Did you come through unscathed, John? No injuries?
Uninjured, yeah, I think. Yep.
Any thoughts on sort of possible changes for next week? Or
not at the moment, no.
Too early?
No, what are you thinking?
Too early for me. Thank you.